Happy Tuesday. It's my last day before con and everything is crazy, but I still found time to find something at the Kroger. Hey everyone. Welcome to Radical Geek YouTube. It's our Tuesday video, and for those of you who haven't been here for a while, you should know I'm on staff at a convention that starts on Thursday. Tomorrow, staff reports, and of course, we have 9 million things to get done. And so it is high stress, big giant mess in my office, big giant mess in my house, half a garage full of things to do, and I am like mostly done except for there's all these little teeny tiny outline tasks that just need checked off, and I don't know why, but it's been really hard. So I did, however, finish like a couple really important work tasks. I have one last touch point with my boss because I was like, you better tell me everything you need now because I'm not even taking my laptop and you will not hear one peep out of me. Like, if you need me, you'd better call me and leave a voicemail because I'm not necessarily even going to answer the phone, but I'll catch it later and get back to you. So he's like, let's meet at 3:30, even if it's 5 minutes, just to make sure. So I got that covered. I just got lunch meats and stuff from Costco and a big tub of yogurt. I indulged, and I've got some Nutrail granola to mix with the yogurt partway through because people will come back to the house periodically during the convention to like make sure they check on Dyson, a couple times a day, let him out, and because you don't just keep the dog inside 24/7. And but he doesn't like coming to the conventions. There's too many things that freak him out, so he stays home with the TV and the cats, and he enjoys the peace and quiet. So because I've tried boarding him in the past and he didn't do well. Like I had to go pick him up once. They were like, he's not doing well. You have to come get your dog. Like, sorry. So he's a little spoiled. And honestly, if he could settle down in the hotel room, he could just come with me. I would love that. He would love that, except for that he's too freaked out because of all of the surrounding noise and the parties and stuff that happen in the hotels. So he stays home and we just make lots of trips. And he doesn't care because he's old and he sleeps most of the time anyways. I don't know where he's at. He was right here a second ago and I was like, oh, I promised to show you guys Dyson. But we'll get to it. I'll show you. He's like super cute though because he's all fluffy. Anyways, back to the point. I was asked about these chips. And I was like, I've never heard of those Atkins chips before. I don't know. And they were like, just get them at Kroger. So I went to the Kroger and, well, turns out they were on sale for like $1.99. The high-low chips that I like to buy for the same size bag, and this is just a single-serve bag. It looks big on the camera because it's by my head, but seriously, it's a regular-sized little single-serve bag of chips. The high-low chips, which I love, were like $6 for the same bag, and that was on sale. Well, $5.49, but tax and all of that jazz, whatever. $5.49, or nearly $6 for a single serve bag. I do have high-low chips for the convention, but I bought the big bag at BJ's. So, but I've never tried these. I've never seen them. I haven't even looked down the label yet. So let's do a tear down and see if we like them. We'll open it. We'll eat it, even if they're bad. We'll taste one. I don't know if I'm going to eat it though, eat the whole bag because I'm kind of not that hungry right now, but we should taste it. And actually that's a good bar for me because if it's still good when I'm not like starving, that'll give us a good bar there. But let's see. So this is a 1.1 ounce bag. It says 4 grams net carbs. That's net. But it's 8 total carbs for the bag. So I will say high-low chips are a little lower for total carbs, but they're almond flour based, so a lot of people don't eat almonds. Let's dive in. It's 140 calories for the bag. Fine, have it with your meal. Total fat of 7 grams. Total cholesterol, total carbohydrates are 8 grams, and protein is 13 grams. So, not the worst. But let's see, I'm noting here the fiber is 4 grams, and then sugars are 1 gram. However, there's 0 added sugars, so that sugar is coming from something in the ingredients. So let's look at those. It's a protein blend of calcium caseinate and milk protein isolate and whey protein isolate. Okay. Sunflower oil, not the greatest, but not the worst. Polydextrose. Okay, so that's bad. We don't like that. But again, is a chip. So you're not going to eat a ton of chips. Well, I mean, or if you do, you probably need to think, moderate. So let's see. Natural flavors, soluble corn fiber. Uh-oh. Psyllium husk. That's fine. But then actual cornstarch. So not only do we get the maltodextrin, which is what soluble corn fiber is, we also have actual cornstarch. That's a high glycemic food. So I guess when we say that, all things are equal, let's see, they're not. Let's see, salt, whey powder, buttermilk powder, cheddar cheese powder, which is cultured milk, salt, enzymes, yeast extract, sunflower, lecithin, calcium carbonate, onion powder, butter, which is cream, and then annatto and tomato powder. There's your sugar. Romano cheese, milk cultures, salt, enzymes, turmeric, let's see, xanthan gum and non-fat dry milk, and paprika extract, and chia seed and spice. So, okay, I mean, already we see why these are on sale for $1.99 and the high-low chips are $6. They've got some questionable ingredients in there, and you are looking at 8 total carbs. So if you are a 20 total carbs or even a 30, it's a sizable chunk, so you have to really start weighing out your thoughts on that. Now, if you don't worry about ingredients and you just count carbs as a carb by all means, these will be fine for you. If you are someone like me where you do have to dive into the ingredients and be a little cautious, and don't get me wrong, I'm going to eat it, but I have to be aware of what I am eating because it impacts a lot of things. Like like sometimes cornstarch makes my stomach hurt. My neurologist recommends staying away from cornstarch and maltodextrin and all of that stuff. So, for me, it's not the best choice, and I would say for a lot of people, it's not going to be your number one choice. However, it is definitely not as bad of a choice as many other things you could put in your mouth. So, we'll call it a medium. By the way, when I say mess, I just noticed looking in the camera off here, way here in this corner, that little blue box. Dang it, my salt I forgot to pack. I have to throw that in my backpack. See, that's how my day is. It's distractions. I need to somehow bring myself into focus. So I might need a second meditation round to kind of just like let it go. Because I have a list, and then I was like, no, I need to revise the list, and then I need to go and do this, and then I start something halfways and do 2 more things, and then I haven't accomplished the task I needed. That's how I'm going to run myself into an unpleasant crunch. Let's taste these chips. I'm going to get my trusty little scissors. I know, I could just open it like a normal person, but I'm technically between meals, so I'm going to eat it with my afternoon meal, but I just wanted to taste it. Let's see. I will tell you that they're a little broken, some of them, but they do look like chips. They're like a cross. They don't have quite tortilla chip texture, nor is it potato chip texture, but it's like a crispy, crunchy, puffed sort of chip. I'm not sad about that texture, and it's nice and sturdy. Sorry about that. It breaks apart. Give me a minute. It tastes really good at first, and then there's like a weird flavor, but not bad, just weird. And then suddenly it tastes like macaroni and cheese. Do you remember that? Kraft macaroni and cheese? Tastes like that. Mm. I'm not hating on it, and they are very crispy. Obviously, because I took a bite and instead of just cracking in half or whatever, it like crumpled into several chunks. It's crunchy. It is very weird. Mm. And I don't mean bad weird. It's just that when I taste like a Dorito, it has that corn leaning. Hilo has that corn leaning, and this has like a macaroni and cheese leaning, which is a little weird for me. Not off-putting or anything like that, just different. I would say these taste pretty good. And so if you need something to hit the spot and you're not like in a fuss about the ingredients right now, totally okay. Now, if you're at a point where you're trying to be cautious about what you're putting in your body, which is me most of the time, I'm not going to worry about it today. Um, these are going to be a no-go for you. So there you go. Anyways, you have an amazing Tuesday, and I think that this is a really good example of how ingredients degrade in quality as your price goes down, and why some products for keto products are super high in price. Uh, yes, some of it is marketing because of a keto label, but a lot of it is actually because it's just simply more expensive to make higher quality items. So I have to say, I feel kind of bad because uh, way back in the day, yes, I can say that, way back in the day, Dr. Atkins was picky. And even when his bars were like not that great, when he would say Atkins bars, he was like, Atkins bars are emergencies. When you get out and you've been out for like hours and you realize, shoot, I'm really hungry and I don't have any food options, you reach in your purse and you grab a bar, and he's like, these are not the latest and greatest things. This is not a good meal replacement, but it is an emergency replacement that won't spike your glucose, but it's not the most ideal food in the whole world. He was very transparent about that. And I think that if he were still alive, which by the way, screw that on all those rumors about Dr. Atkins being whatever they say he is. He didn't die from no heart issue. He didn't have health problems. He was like in his late 70s and was on the sidewalk in an ice in sleet and ice and slipped on an ice, which even the most healthiest and fit person can do. And when his head hit the sidewalk, it caused issues, and he died from the trauma, not from anything health related. He was super healthy for his age. So don't let anybody tell you that Dr. Atkins was a bad doctor or promoted poor things, or because he had a low carbohydrate plan and wasn't full on keto. Well, you know what? Research takes time. You know what? I'm pretty sure that if he were still around today, he would be all on board with it. He talked about ketosis, he talked about ketones, he talked about all that stuff. He was a real groundbreaker. So I really hate when people just like tear him down and act all snide about it. He was a groundbreaking researcher and a brilliant cardiologist. So I really get passionate about that. Uh, anyways, I don't think he would like these chips very much. So unfortunately, he didn't have full control of his company even before he died, and some of this stuff was sort of slipping in. But he made public statements about it. So, and said, hey, yes, they have the license to use my name. No, I don't necessarily endorse or approve of all of these things, but it is what it is, and there were things involving, his children and divorces and all that kind of stuff. Nothing that was anything important to or related to his actual diet or health or the skills that he purported to do. So, anyways, there you go. Twofold. Now you had like a rant and a product review. I'm going to go and I'm actually going to be making some keto bread from the egg whites and my grated butter, which was awesome to do because I bought one of those darn salad shooters finally. And let me just tell you, grating butter by hand sucks. And using the salad shooter, it took me like seconds. I'm so pleased. Made it worth the purchase for me. I know. Um, I've been hand grating cheese and hand grating my butter and all of that stuff. And let me just tell you, it was great to just chunk, and then you just you just turn it on, and then you use the little pusher, and boom, it was done. I am thrilled. So that's my next step. I swear I'm gonna go make my bread. Actually, I'm gonna finish packing my clothes, then I'm gonna make my bread. Wish me luck to keep organized, and I will see you guys soon. Um, I don't think I'm gonna get a Thursday video out. I will try my darndest, but that is true load in and setup. That's a big ask. And I don't know if I'm going to get to maybe try and pre-record one, but I already did a cheese Friday, so those are going to go no problem. After that, there might be some random sprinkling of videos depending on timing. I super would love to just like sit out and show you a little bit of the convention, but because I'm in charge of a department, I don't know how it's going to work. So, maybe we're going to have some audio issues because it'll be loud and crazy, but I still think it'll be worth showing you a little bit of the convention so you can enjoy it with me. All right. Crunchy. I'm liking it. I did this whole thing with my audio on, so that was good. I just was like, oh no, did I record the whole video with no audio? It's good. All right, see you soon. Bye bye.